Hey you guys, I just feel like I need to make this video right now because I was completely mind blown earlier this afternoon, in a good way though, because I've had a true awakening, and it started with last night and it kind of hit me when I woke up today, because one of my family members, who isn't blood related, but he is my family, he is my best friend, he is everything to me, and I feel like, god damn it, because sometimes we can feel like we're all alone, but there's really people out here who actually love us, and that is what today's subject is on. It's on love. And I'm just so overwhelmed right now. First of all, I just made myself a cup of tea, and I don't know if you guys drink tea, but some of these tea bags have little quotes on them. And magically, listen to what this quote says. It says, people who love are compassionate. I'm just like, it's so funny that it has to do with love. And I'm sorry, you guys, I get overwhelmed in my mind sometimes, so you're gonna have to bear with me. And I appreciate it if you do, because I have some things I want to express. It's so hard. Oh my goodness. Okay. And it's hard because it's like I want to be as honest as possible, but it's scary putting yourself out there. But at the same time, I feel like this is what I'm called to do. So in this life, we're all trying to find ourselves. We're all trying to figure out what it is we're supposed to be doing and who we're supposed to be doing it with. And what makes it even harder to understand basically what is happening is, what makes it hard is sometimes the past that we had to endure or had to go through. That can make the future really difficult in so many ways. It affects the future. And initially it will, I feel like, no matter what, until you unlearn everything that you experienced and that you learned, and you learn new things, and you learn new techniques to help your situation go in the direction that it's meant to go in, according to how you feel in your heart. There's a lot of people out here, sorry it took me like an hour to say that because I'm so like slow, but there's so many people out here who are living their lives right now, and they're not happy. They're not happy with who they're living with and who they are, or just how life has been. Of course, life has its ups and downs, but ultimately, you know, some people may feel like their life has had a lot more hardships than the opposite. So I feel like a lot of that has to do with what you give in this life and who you are to everybody in this life, because it all circles back around, and you basically get and reap what you sow, is what I've always heard. But now that I'm older, I'm able to see that more, that fucking saying is true. And if you want to have all of the things that matter to you and all the experiences that you may see other people having, or you may just know inside that you were meant for, like me, I know I was meant to be a singer and an artist because honestly, like, I haven't had any success in any other areas of my life, and that's just because I haven't really focused my attention on anything other than music and other than just living my life and expressing myself in that way, expressing my pain, expressing my joy through my music. And sometimes that can, go on the back burner for so many reasons, because it costs money to obviously be an artist, because you have to make the music and promote yourself and go do shows, and everything costs money. And the crazy thing about it too is that to make music, I feel like artists who make music, who write songs, who sing them, they have to spiritually be in a place of like realization and truth in order to write an experience and have lived through things, and it just doesn't come out of fucking nowhere. I mean, I guess somebody could sit down and write, some material and then somebody sing it, but I feel like that's totally a different feel and vibe in comparison to somebody who's actually been through this experience and they're singing it, and it's just more like, it's more real, it's more spiritual, it touches your soul. You feel it more, you feel the pain, you feel the happiness, or whatever it is that the artist is trying to convey in that message at that time. And just how they express themselves in general when you see them in interviews and things like that, That's why I have a lot of respect for people like J. Cole and Lady Gaga, and who else? Of course, I love Christina Aguilera, but she's more on a commercial level versus, independent artist status. With all that being said, I realized something today about myself as I'm going forward on my path and moving into this new space of my life. 2016 has, I will always say, been like one of the most eye-opening years, and it's still happening, and a lot has happened this year as far as my growth and as far as me just experiencing things within myself that have happened. It's kind of hard for me to say exactly what happened, but you kind of can understand a little bit. And I know as time goes on, I'll get more stronger and more open about specifically what happened, but this is still new to me as far as letting this expression out. But what happened has now been revealed, and it's not anymore it's my past, but it's not for me to carry that weight that I had. I've released it. I don't deal with it anymore. And I just want to let anybody know that as scary as it may be to let something go, let somebody go, get out of a situation because you're just so scared, I'm telling you, the second that you do, miracles happen. And besides, those type of miracles happen when you release and you let go and you live in your truth and you do what you love and you express yourself to everybody as far as like who you are, and you just say you can take it or leave it. That is what life is about, because it's better to, I feel, it's better to operate in that type of manner versus to try to please everybody, to try to hold on to these fake relationships and situations that aren't doing anything for you except for tearing your soul apart and ruining your life, basically. Because when you wake up in the morning, you should feel happy, you should feel loved, and you should feel excited for the day. I've learned so much about myself this year. I've always needed validation and security, and I've been insecure at times. And some may think it's crazy because my whole life people have told me like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so talented. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. The list goes on. But all of that, it's like, even though it's nice to hear, I'm learning that you can only validate and approve of yourself. And that's the only way it's going to work. And that's the only way it's going to work with you and other people as far as like relationships are concerned, is when you value yourself. And I feel like I'm starting to understand the reasoning behind why I didn't. And that's because of my past and how much abuse and bad situations I experienced is why I guess wasn't loving myself fully. So I didn't understand. Sometimes now, oh gosh, this is getting a little personal, but I just know that like I question a lot of things because I'm just like, what do people see? I don't understand. Like, I'm this rebel, I feel, who didn't do things by the book and everything, but I don't know, I think they see my strength and basically my heart, because like I said in other forms of my expression, I'm coming out with this documentary for my song Getting Goodbye. You can choose, you have a choice, like you can choose to say, oh my gosh, all this stuff happened to me, so I'm going to fucking be like a hot mess and give up. Or you can say, I'm not going to let all this shit stop me from being who I know I'm meant to be, and enjoy my life and enjoy the ride of getting to that place. I'm like writing now in my journal right now, and I wrote something down. I wrote 2 things earlier that I'll share with you guys that I feel has played a huge part in a lot of my behavior and just who I am. So, first one is, I'm afraid of love because I never had it. And it's really not that I'm afraid of love, because love is all that I've ever wanted. But the fact that when I see it and I have it, I like can't believe it, because I haven't really experienced true, unconditional, authentic, genuine love. I didn't really. It's one thing to grow up and have your family and have a roof over your head and have clothes on your back and, maybe a pat on the back, a kiss goodnight, but it's one thing for a person to be truly invested in who you are, and communication is huge, and support and encouragement and support and encouragement, as you're growing up. And I feel like I didn't get that. I feel like I missed out on that part. Yes, I, had it looked like I had that, but looks are deceiving. People can look like they have it all, but everybody is usually missing something. So, and I don't know, like, I hope that this video isn't boring, and I know it probably is, but like, I'm just trying to do my best with expressing myself and just letting you guys know that the more time goes on, like, the more I feel like I can trust life and love and who I am, because I know that that's all that I'm going to strive to be regardless, and that is all that the universe and life is going to set me up to be. It's going to put me on a path where I'll get the type of people in my life that I need in order to help me get to that place of enlightenment, which I'm at, you know, like I am having these epiphanies and having these experiences where I'm like, holy shit, like the dots all connect eventually. And you just learn to put your energy where it truly matters, and you just really also learn like who's really there for you. I feel really tired because I was like freaking out earlier, and I was talking to, he's basically my brother, and he's just someone that believes in me, who always encourages me to do what it is that I truly love to do. And when you hear someone telling you that, like literally my whole body, I'm like getting goosebumps, like not now, but when I was talking with him over Skype, I was just like, what, you know? And that's what moved me to want to make this video. But I feel like I'm not really giving you guys so much of my energy because I don't really have it right now, and I'm sorry. This is just a real expression right now of how I'm feeling, and I want you guys to know that it's gonna be all right. And from this point forward, I am going to hopefully do better with not being afraid and not identifying myself, that's what I was looking for, with anxiety or, you know, depression or a bad past. Like, yeah, it happened, but it's in the past. The only thing we can change is what we're going to do right now, going forward. And I'm not going to speak those words into existence, you know, like I'm afraid to love and da-da-da, but now I understand why I'm afraid to love, and it's just because I've been hurt so much that when I am being loved, I question it. But there comes a point where you meet someone and you know with certain people that have clearly proven their all to you that you don't have to question it anymore. So it's exciting, and it's like totally mind-blowing, because I feel like love and time is the greatest gift that you can give to someone, and when you have that, speechless. You write that down. Love and time. Love and time is the greatest gift. I'm speechless. I'm gonna drink my tea and just try to relax. And I want you guys to know that I'm here for you, and I really appreciate anybody and everybody who is watching my channel, who's subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me, because all I want to do is make connections with people and inspire people and help people. Most of all, I want to help people. I don't want to just be this cool person who's an inspiration. Like, I want to inspire you, or I want to help you in your life be able to feel the things that you're truly desiring to feel. Because no matter what has happened, as long as we believe in ourselves and try to just give our best version of ourselves to people, then we'll get that in return. Don't play the victim of your past. Yes, bad shit has happened, but it could be worse. And I'm sitting here with health and wealth all around, and there's no excuse for me to give up and not enjoy myself or not be proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. And I think we need to say that more often. I'm getting really overwhelmed. This is what happens. This is like low-key anxiety feeling, but when you've been through the things that I've been through and you've met the amazing people in your life that I've met and who are presently in my life, it's just so overwhelming. So all I can do is thank God and the good vibes that I send out, because they all do come back. And again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching this long video, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you.